Okey, dengar tak suara? Okey.
Boleh.
Right. Okay, then thanks. So, because I forgot to tick share audio, right? So when you remind me that my what call suara tak dengar in like WhatsApp, then it help me. So week 4, evaluating a firm financial performance. So you have to write down that this is the other book use the using the term of financial statement analysis. Sometimes analysis of financial statement. So all the book using the different term, but the meaning is quite the same, and you can use any books of firm financial performance of financial statement analysis. This chapter is not also you just jot down. Always not jot. Always not come out in the final. So this chapter tidak termasuk, is not included in the final questions. I repeat, this chapter is not come out in the final, but it's so relevant, 100% relevant to your assignment. So assignment is carries about 20%. You have to within your group, 4 or 5 of your group, you have to evaluate the companies performance, whether comparing the two companies, or you have to compare year to last year's uh, performance. So that's why you have to remember. So that's why you have to remember that some of students are not listening my voice. Then I will suggest you just look at my slide, and the voice will be voice over in my YouTube. So I will upload into YouTube. Then you can what you call synchronize what you understand in the slide, and also in the YouTube. So the week 4 evaluating a firm financial performance. So our objective here is, first objective is explain the purpose and importance of financial analysis. What is the purpose and importance of financial analysis? Kenapa perlunya financial analysis? Awak tengok company tu awak tengok company tu macam macam apa nama, nak tutup contohnya tapi bos dia banyak duit, ada banyak pula harta kaya raya, tapi company macam nak tutup. Ataupun mungkin company tu besar tapi untung tak dapat juga pelabur investment. So you need some of financial analysis, right? So you want to compare. So this is learning objective will be covered in the next chapter. And then the second is calculate and use a comprehensive set of measurements to evaluate a company performance. So this is you have one set of formula to calculate. So that's why you need to ready your calculator and your piece of paper. Then and also your WhatsApp. I will give the data, and then you have to calculate yourself. And then 3, describe the limitation of financial ratio analysis. Kebanyak ada juga kelemahan. This analysis also have their own limitation, at disadvantage, or ada had dia. Okay, ada dia punya kekurangan financial ratio ni ya. Kenapa kita tak boleh percaya 100% on analysis, this analysis is as varies of the other factors. Yeah, so this is the learning objective of this chapter. And so the first objective of this chapter is purpose of financial analysis. What is the purpose, or what is the goal? Apakah tujuan analisis keuangan ini? Alright. The purpose of financial analysis, a popular way to analyze the financial statement. You just know, you just know what you call okay, wait, I will set up my. You just in the financial statement you have studied in your financial FA1. You just what we call
financial statement.
Financial statement. Then you just know the profit, loss, asset is statement of the what asset, liabilities, and equities. It's not a sort of a comparing. Yeah, all right. So in this chapter, you can analyze by computing ratio. So I will give this one. I will later on, after I complete the slide, then I will upload to the to your blackboard. That's why I not upload earliest, because of this slide have their have already been soalan ni dah ada dah ada jawapan. That's why I not upload yet. So I will upload later, right? After complete of my this chapter. So we are using the ratio, all right? So we have so many ratio. You no need to remember. You need to understand. All right. No need to remember because of it's not come out to the in the final. You will be tested in the next quiz. All right. They are very simple quiz, about 4 questions per quiz. All right. A ratio is a relationship between two numbers. What is the meaning of ratio actually? All right. What is the meaning of ratio? So ratio mean we compare one entity and another entity. Meaning, for example, A ratio to B, 30 divide by 10. That's why ratio tu macam bahagi lah. Awak bahagi kan. 30 bagi 10 dah 3. So 3 A is 3 times B. Lebih besar. A bahagi B, for example, A bahagi B ialah kalau 30 bagi 30, I will use pen. Okay. 30 nisbah ratio 10 is equal to 30 divided by 10. Or 3. Alright. A is 3 times B. So when you always rate the ratio meaning divide. Okay? Divide. A ratio by itself may have no meanings. No meaning. Okay? Alright. Hence, a given ratio is compact. Okay. Ratio used for compact. This one is very, very important. Compact. You want to compact from this year to compact to previous year. For example, this year is 2020. You have to compare the performance with last year's. last year's 2010 versus 2019. And ratios of other firms and leaders in the same industry. For example, you want to compare AirAsia and Mas, Celcom and Maxis, alright, the same industry. Panasonic and Sony, for example, Reeboks and Nikes, right? So you want to compare the same industry. If you compare with other industry, is not relevant anymore because the different activity. Contohnya kedai kain dengan kedai buku memang lain dan berbeza. You tak boleh compare lah. So mungkin kedai kain dengan buat rumah tak boleh compare because buat rumah nak dapat duitnya 5 tahun, 2 tahun baru dapat duit. Kalau kedai rumah jual kain tu, hari jual, hari ni dapat duit contohnya. So different industry, you not, tak boleh lah compare lah kalau kita nak tengok comparison because of different activities. You may use this ratio if you want to compare the other firms in the same industry. Tapi boleh ke kalau you nak buat kan, kalau you want to compare, you want to buy a stock, you want to compare this company and other companies, so you can will be question.
Itu apa?
Huh?
Yes, I have question, sir.
Yeah.
Is long-term investment the same with stock?
In long-term investment, stock is not a long-term investment. Stock you can it's very liquid. You can sell anytime. So when you say about the long term is you have to redeem or you can sell within after 1 year. Then the stock you can sell any time. So long term investment is not the stock. Alright, long term investment, you need you want to get some amount in jangka masa panjang lah. Contohnya kalau awak long term investment, awak beli rumah ni properties, you dapat dia punya pulangan dalam masa lebih, tak boleh tunggulah, awak kena tunggu, you have to wait. Another question. Okay, can I continue the next slide? Yes. Okay, use of financial ratio, identify deficiency in a firm performance and take corrective action. Deficiency maksudnya apa? Deficiency lah kekurangan. So mungkin awak nampak sale kita punya kadar hutang, kita punya cairan duit kita semakin berkurangan. Okay, kecairan liquidity. So how to evaluate liquidity? Macam mana nak tahu kecairan? Mungkin awak tengok pada duit, tapi kadang-kadang hutang pun kena tahu juga. Duit banyak tapi hutang pun banyak. So you have to melihatlah, identify deficiency and take correction action. So for example, you ada duit tapi duit tu tak digunakan, tak invest. So duit tu tak akan bertambah lah. So daripada sini awak boleh dapat lah, awak boleh dapat dia punya ni lah. You can take correction action, alright? Evaluate employee performance and determine incentive compensations. Evaluate employee performance and determine incentive compensation. Okay, employee performance maksudnya nak tahulah pekerja kat syarikat ini bagus ke tidak. Contohnya kita ada 2 company, pekerja ni pandai kutip hutang. Hutang banyak ni hutang company ni banyak, satu tak banyak. Kenapa? Kalau tak banyak tu memang pandailah kutip hutang, right? And to determine incentive compensation. So kalau pekerja bagus, kita akan beri dia bonus. So Compare the financial performance of different division within the firms. So awak pun boleh tengok performance of the department Contohnya kita ada department in operation A, B, C shift siang, shift malam. Mana yang paling banyak keluarkan production. So you can also compare to compare within the department or within the firm. Use of financial ratio. Prepare at both firm and division level within the firm, right? So this is within the firm. So awak boleh tengok comparison firm and division. Division you can also refer to department. Understand the financial performance of the firm competitors. Firms competitor maksudnya kalau competitor Mars dengan AirAsia. Kalau AirAsia dia tengok competitor adalah Mars. So orang AirAsia akan melihat competitor adalah Mars. Malaysia sekat Mars lah, dan Mars tu gold kan. Mars MAS Malaysian Airlines System. Evaluate the financial conditions of a major supplier. So awak pun boleh tengok lah supplier yang bagus lah, yang boleh memberi kita kemudahan ataupun bekalan bahan mentah yang baik, hutang yang mungkin diberi kelonggaran untuk bayar hutang. Kalau use outside the firm, financial are used by lenders. So kadang-kala outside the firm maksudnya orang luar, dia tengok kita punya financial statement, dia boleh buat satu keputusan. So orang luar, external parties can use, alright. Good. So outside parties or external parties. External parties, for example, kalau dalam organisasi kita ada pekerja-pekerja tapi di luar kita ada, this is the firm. So di luar parti-parti yang terlibat, parti-parti yang di luar ni kita punya our companies. So yang di luar ni dinamakan outside the firm, external parties. For example, lenders. Lenders maksudnya pemberi pinjam. Pemberi pinjam ni bank. Bank nak beri pinjam kat kita ke? Kalau kita masih banyak hutang, duit banyak, tapi hutang lagi banyak. So, dia boleh tengok lah. Mampu ke tidak. Credit rating agencies in determining a firm's credit worthiness. So, yang ini macam contohnya agensi contohnya bank negara yang melihat banyak hutang company ni. So dia tahulah kita ni jenis bayar hutang ataupun tidak. Investor maksudnya ialah pelabur pelabur, shareholders and bondholders in deciding whether or not to invest in the company. Okay, so maksudnya pelabur ni dia nak tengok harga saham, nak tengok boleh menguntungkan tak, saham tu boleh meningkat ke tidak, kestabilan company. So investor always looking for their wealth, for their nak untung. So our investor is always want to nak tengok dia punya untung lah. Contoh dia invest 100,000, nak dapat 10% minimum, 10,000 per year. Tapi tengok tiap-tiap tahun company ni tak dapat pun memberi tulangan, asyik rugi je. Okay, so that's why we need the investor before they to decide to invest. Okay, so you just invest, then the investor itself will study, will analyze your company financial statement. And major suppliers in deciding whether or not to extend to extend credit to a company and or in designing the specific credit terms. So major supplier maksudnya pembekal sama ada dia nak tambahkan kredit, extend kredit extend kredit maksudnya biasanya dia beri sebulan tapi tengok okey kan, tak pernah lambat bayar. So apa salahnya dia contohnya company tu minta kalau boleh bayar 3 bulan boleh tak? 3 bulan bayar hutang dalam masa 3 bulan lebih tempoh. Okey lah sebab you okey kan. Tapi kalau company tu kejap-kejap bayar, kejap tak bayar, kejap tak dah 6 bulan. Lepas tu dia minta lagi 7 bulan 8 bulan. So you as is suppliers may reconsider the application from the that your company. Alright? Okay. And then measuring key financial relationship. Measuring key financial relationship. You can jot down what the financial relationship. Relationship meanings kalau contohnya awak just tahu awak hanya tahu untung saja tapi hutang dia banyak ataupun awak just tahu aset tapi aset dia banyak ke tidak tak tahu kan, mungkin pada awak 500 juta banyak tapi ada company lain contohnya Ferda dengan Sami Labi. Ferda dia ada ladang berapa ekar berapa tu so you have to compare Sami Labi and Ferda in terms of our ratio we will study next, right? So how liquid is the so the first question is how liquid ni. So awak highlightkan liquid ataupun tulis liquid. Awak kena ada pen. So apa yang saya highlight tu awak tulis. So when you write down the key notes, then you will the formula will you can understand and senang awak faham lah. Kalau awak just tengok saja. So you need to at least you have to write down. How liquid is the firm? Kecairan. Cair maksudnya dia banyak duit ke tidak dia banyak duit. Liquid dia banyak duit. Tan banyak duit tak? Tan kat rumah. Awak ada banyak duit ke tidak? Lim Juntek Lim Juntek Tan sampai. Lim Juntek banyak duit tak awak? Liquid. So awak banyak duit tak? Tak maksudnya awak tak liquid. So kalau awak ada sampai 100 juta ataupun 100 ribu ringgit you are very liquid. So you can easily pay the debts. So liquid is can it pay its bills. Alright. So the company is always dikejar oleh supplier untuk mengutip hutang. A liquid asset is one that can converted. Liquid asset is one that can be converted quickly and routinely into cash. Alright. So cash, alright. So you have to when we say about liquid, this always refer to cash. Meaning kalau ada company tayar tak terjual. Lama dia orang beli tayar kereta. So awak tak dapat menjual tayar itu dan tak dapat bertukar tayar tu pada duit. So kalau awak tak terjual cash tayar tu, duit tak dapat. Banyak tayar. Aset banyak stock tapi tak terjual. So meaning you have the problem of liquidity. Nak menjual, nak menukarkan aset itu kepada cash. Contohnya apa yang kita nak tukar cash kepada cash, contohnya debtors. Awak banyak orang berhutang dengan awak debtors, lagi apa? Inventory. Stok banyak. Tapi tak terjual. Orang berhutang dengan awak banyak tapi tak dapat duit. So how how you measures the liquidity of the your company. All right. And this is what we call liquidity. Liquidity means kecairan. So tulis kecairan. Measure the firm's ability. This is very important to pay its bills on time. So kalau awak ada bil elektrik 10,000, 20,000, you at the time you don't have much money. Then how you want to pay the electricity bill? When you late to pay the electricity bill, then might be your factory will be blackout. Yeah, not blackboard, blackout, right? So your company will facing the problem to continue the operations. So liquidity measure the firm's ability to pay its bill on time. It indicate the ease with which non-cash asset can be converted to cash to meet the financial obligation. So maksudnya kalau awak ada duit banyak, awak mampu untuk membayar segala hutang. But if you don't have much money, then you are facing trouble. You nak bayar hutang tak boleh, then the supplier akan buat sesuatu lah. Kalau air dipotong air, elektrik dipotong elektrik, kalau supplier dia tak hantar barang, kalau macam this problem, kalau macam college contohnya kan, blackboard ni, so awak tak boleh guna blackboard dan sebagainya. So you have to analyze your company's liquidity. Macam mana nak mampu bayar ke tidak, ya. How liquid is the firm? Cair ke tidak? Banyak. Kalau orang kata banyak duit tu is very liquid. So awak boleh comparing the firm. This is very important. Liquidity is always comparing the current asset and current liability. This is very, very important. So the liquidity is current asset and current liability. You have to compare your asset and divide by your liability. Liability meaning, I just review or refresh your knowledge. Liability means you want to pay the obligation. Obligation by supplier. So you want to pay bill, you want to pay hutang. Awak kena bayar hutang actually, liabilities. Ya. Current asset awak punya duit, awak punya harta, awak punya duit lah, ya. So duit tu dalam bentuk current asset ni, awak ingat kita ada cash, lagi apa? Kita ada debtor, and then inventory. So this is, I just refresh you what the component of current asset. Cash, debtor, and inventory. Debtor is our customer. So our customer tak bayar lagi hutang. So we are selling we are sell the goods, our goods to our client by credit. That's why the debtor still owe us. So kalau kita pandai kutip hutang, then you can get you can get an extra money. So kalau debtor tu tak bayar hutang, then so the company the company tidak ada duit yang banyak. So examining the firm's ability to convert account receivable. Account receivable, so debtor is account receivable. Also, I will refresh your knowledge in financial accounting 1. Receivable, or kita belum terima lagi duit itu. Belum terima daripada siapa? We are, as a company, we are not received yet the money from the customer. The debtor or our customer still owe to us. That's why we debtor itu dinamakan apa? Receivable here. So ability to convert account receivable into cash. So this receivable, hutang or debtors, dia ada hutang awak ni. Contohnya saya hutang dengan Lim Jun Tek. Okay, I considered as Jun Tek receivable accounts or debtors. So saya hutang sebanyak 1,000. So bila debtor bayar saja, bila saya bayar 1,000, then I'm not being as debtors anymore to Lim Jun Tek. So that's meanings the company Lim Jun Tek will get 1,000. This is how good your staff to collect debtors from to collect cash from the debtor. Or inventory meaning, for example, Lim Jun Tek, the activity of Lim Jun Tek company is selling a tire. Then if the tire not slow, the business is very slow, then contohnya kedai tayar tu tak dapat menjual tayarnya, then you tak dapat duit cash on a timely basis. Okay, perspective, this is perspective 1. This is very important. Comparing the firm asset with current liabilities. You have to write down again current asset and current liabilities, not the fixed or not the long-term liability. Is always considered liquidities is current asset and current liabilities. Then if you refer to your WhatsApp, then your WhatsApp now, refer to WhatsApp group. I just write down the formula. First slide. And then we have current ratio and acid test or quick ratio. We have two ratio of comparing current asset. It's slightly same ratio but a little bit difference between current and acid test. I don't know why they use terms of acid. I think acid is meaning to quick. Maksudnya cepat. Acid ni cepat apa? Contohnya kalau letak acid kat tangan awak, cepat apa? Cepat tangan awak cepat ni lah, rosak kan, terbakar dan sebagainya. Okay, so this is the terms. So current ratio, that's why this one is the financial statement or income statement or P&L, profit and loss. Okay, profit and loss at 30th of January 2011. So this is sale. P&L is revenue minus what? Expenses. Then you will get net income, net profit. Okay, so I will explain one row to one row. So this is sales, cost of goods sold. They just combine all these accounts in one account, is called cost of goods sold. Sales minus cost of goods sold. Just refresh your knowledge, then the companies will get gross profit. For example, your revenue and minus the raw material, okay, the prime cost utama. So the company will get gross profit. And then after that, you have to minus other expenses. For example, operating expenses. The operating expenses can be divided into two: marketing, general, and depreciations. So depreciation awak kena satukan. Awak kena awak kena apa ni? Tunjukkan. Jangan campurkan So you have to jelmakan. You kena tunjukkan akaun susut nilai ni, because of this depreciation expenses can be used for some purposes, right? So that's why we need to the other you can pull up in one group. For example, marketing expenses, depreciation, and this is operating expenses. And you need to 23,000 minus 15 and minus 1616, then we'll get total of operating expenses here is 17,500. Then how to get operating income? Income in this is US term. Then our income is always considered profit. Okay, operating profit. All right, how much? Minus the gross profit and then minus the operating expenses, then we'll got operating income, operating profit. Okay, then next is interest expenses. Kenapa interest expenses kat bawah? Why interest expenses is below ataupun berada di bawah? Because of interest is not activities. Not waktu situ not business activities. Interest, awak bayar interest is tidak berkait secara langsung dengan aktiviti jualan. Contoh aktiviti jualan, contohnya jual tayar tadi. Kita aktiviti jualan ialah kita beli tayar and then kita bayar sewa dan sebagainya. Tapi interest kita bayar kepada bank. Then you have to separate these expenses from operating income. Then this also as the expenses you need to pay to the bank, then it's considered our expenses, but it will be deducted from the operating income. 5803 minus interest expenses minus 530, then you will get in earnings before tax. Earning before tax meaning untung sebelum cukai. Awak tulis situ lah. Untung sebelum apa? Untung sebab awak belum bayar lagi cukai. So the company shall not pay income tax yet. That's why we have to calculate the earnings before tax, because income tax will be calculated later. Alright, income tax may be from direct percentage from the earning, but sometimes they will calculate differently considering the allowable expenses. So might be the income tax, some expenses allowed, some is not allowed. Then you have to get the income tax figure. After that, you will get the net income or net profit, earnings available to common stockholders. Okay, this is profit. Awak boleh 3,338. So this amount can be distributed, can be dibahagikan kepada pemegang saham. So awak, this one from here to this is all being calculated. Then the net profit available to stockholders to be dibahagi-bahagikan kepada siapa? Kepada pemegang saham is sebanyak 3,338. Sebab kita telah mengambil kira semua expenses dan kita dah akan dibahagikan dah. And then additional information. This is dah habis, ni dah kira last lah ya. Bottom line kat sini lah. Tapi kita ada lagi lah other information notes. Contohnya common shares. So dia tulis sini millions, in bracket millions. So meaning 1623 millions, maksudnya kita akan tambah lah 3 kod. So kita akan ringkaskan semua dalam millions. 1623000. Earnings per share meaning is net income divide by number of shares. Then incomes is 3338 bahagikan apa number of shares. So number of shares is 1623. Dividend paid to stockholders is 1569 given, and then how to get dividend per share? Total dividends divide by number of share. But this tak perlu awak hafal pun. Awak faham daripada table ni, awak you can understand apa yang dimasukkan. So saya dah terangkan tadi apa yang dimasukkan dengan sales, apa nama, earning before tax, interest and all those things. I've already explained to you. Then if you not remember, or because I'm very fast in explanations, then you can always refer to my videos in YouTube. So don't forget to subscribe my YouTube. Alright, this is balance sheet. This is income to get what you call. So I just refresh to you. Is okay, current ratio. This is for formula. First is this one. This one is the okay. So this one is the balance sheet. Okay, balance sheet. So balance sheet is balance sheet or financial position. So in the balance sheet, I just refresh this asset, status of asset, liabilities and equities. Okay. So you can remember what you have studied in financial accounting 1 and also financial accounting 2. Then this statement will being repeated in this subject. So I will not saya tak nak terangkan lah. Asset ni kita ada current asset. Okay tak? Boleh tak? Ni is current asset and fixed asset or non-current asset. See, fixed asset and other asset, you will get total asset. And then this is liabilities and equity. Liabilities is we owe to the liabilities, and also equity we actually the company owed to the shareholders. So this is a common equity. Equity comprises of common stock, par value, and paid in capital, the common stock sold, and then the treasury stock. This stock meaning the share, stock ataupun nama dia saham ataupun share, and retain earnings. Retain maksudnya untung tahun lepas, and then you have to total up these liabilities and equity. Then it's always equal asset equal to liability plus equity. Okay. First exercise. So from this table 4.1 and table 4.2, okay, write down. You are using the two table 4.1 and table 4.2 to get the figure. Okay, this is online class, same like you in the class, but the difference is you might very comfort in your house. You no need to, you can you tak payah pakai kasut ya. You mungkin pakai selop pendek ya, ataupun you ada air kopi di tepi meja tu. Kalau kat kelas tak boleh. Kalau awak letak air kopi, saya nak minum juga kan. That's why very comfort. Then tetapi kena ingat, ada berapa table ni yang sebagai reference? Siapa boleh jawab? Hello. Saya takut saya cakap seorang ni. Table apa? Ada berapa table? Dua kan?
Dua table.
Pandai.
Dua.
Pandai. Very good.
Dua
I
table.
love you all. Table 4.1 and table 4.2.
4.2.
That's why we need to refer the table to answer the question given just next slide. Okay. First is current ratio. Current ratio. How much? You have to calculate current ratio. You have to calculate how much the current ratio. So current ratio meanings compares the firm current asset to its current liabilities. You have to compare current asset minus current liabilities. So from table 4.1 and table 4.2. So I just give you a hint. You just only use table 4.2 because it's a balance sheet item. So you calculate yourself how much the current ratio for the what company? Home Depot. Home Depot. Gudang. Home Depot ataupun pasaraya. So how much? Can you help me the current ratio for Home Depot? How much? You using your calculator and table 4.2, you just calculate by yourself, by your own, how much the current ratio for Home Depot. So if anyone from you have already got the answer, then please help me to tell your answers. Ada panggilan masuk. How much? Ke baru nak masuk tu? So anyone from you, have you got the answer? By using your calculator and the Dah dapat belum? Hello? Bunyi apa dah keluar ya? Jason dah dapat? Jason dah tak? So you will get current asset figure how much? Current liabilities. So class, what the current asset for Home Depot? Table 4.2. Okay. Ada tu nak jawab siapa? Can you mention your name? Tak berani ke nak jawab? Please try.
Sir, semua dah jawab dekat chat, sir.
Oh. Okay, sorry.
1.33.
Pandai. Very good. Awak buat sendiri?
Jason curi jawapan saya.
Awak
Apa Tan?
awak jawab sendiri
Tak, Jason curi jawapan saya, sir.
Yeah.
Sir. Sir, Tan tengok saya buat, sir.
Bukan sir, Cik Hood. Cik Hood.
Cik Hood, dia tiru, Cik.
Cik. Because you with my status right now. Okay lah, if you want to okay, mana waktu dia tak ada pun kat WhatsApp group. So jawapannya
Bukan grup, sir. Bukan kat message ni.
Sir, dekat
BP, sir.
Dekat
Dekat
BB.
BP je, sir.
saya tak boleh tengok. Awak just jawab kat tu ya. Saya tak boleh tengok sebab saya tengok ni
Alright.
screen je. So jawapannya 1.33. So you have to answer in WhatsApp group, okay? WhatsApp group, not your blackboard So dapat jawapan dia 1.33
Dapat.
1.33
Yes, sir.
1.33 maksudnya
Dapat.
1.33 maksudnya sini current asset 1.33, current liability adalah 1 kan? Betul tak? Maksudnya aset awak ada RM1.33. Hutang awak adalah apa? Hutang awak adalah RM1. Awak ada duit sebanyak RM1.33. You have money and extra money. Awak ada hutang sekarang ni dengan kawan awak RM1, tapi awak ada dalam kocek awak RM1.33. Maksudnya awak mampu membayar hutang, current asset, okay? So you have to compare the current asset minus, this is Home Depot, okay? Home Depot maksudnya company, contohnya kita nak bandingkan Giant dengan apa? Dengan Giant dengan Tesco, okay? So Home Depot contohnya Giant. Lagi satu kita ada satu company lain. Jason kerja mana baru ni? Jason? Hello. Jason kerja mana?
Dia kerja pilot, Cik Hood.
Pilot. Tengok bukan kat shopping center ke?
Kuah ajar Tan.
So di Home Depot is one, saya tak ada figure low tapi dia dah beritahu low kalau is 1.4. Yeah, 1.33 and 1.4. Mana yang lebih baik? As you as analyst, financial analyst, then comparing to Home Depot and Lowe's, the other companies Lowe's, so Home versus Low. Low, how to pronounce lower. So which company is much more better, much better, much is good compared. So when we compare Home and Lowe's, which is the best in terms of current ratio? Hello. Can you answer me if the Home Depot 1.33 and current ratio for Lowe's is 1.4? Which company is the best? Low, okay.
Low,
Okay.
because asset dia banyak, right?
Very good.
In current asset.
Very good.
Can
Siapa yang sebut nama, siapa tu yang cakap tu? Kan?
rise.
Rice. Rice. Ada yang dah tak datang hari ni. Siapa tu? Ada Shalin tak dapat datang dia sebab dia nenek dia meninggal. Okay. Rice. Rice. Okay, good, very good. Very good answer. Because of 1.4 is greater than 1.3. So the low get 1.4 in their pockets. Low's pocket have RM1.40 yang ni RM1.31. So banyak sikit lah Lowe's ni. Tapi pada awak, yang ni very important. Pada awak RM1.33 ni, RM20.40 ni bagus ke tidak? Ya. 1.4 tu still bagus tak? Lebih bagus 5, lebih bagus 6 kan? So nak tahu dia punya bagus ke tidak, kita masih ada lagi satu yang dinamakan acid test or quick ratio. Okay. So the same thing you have to remember no need to remember the formula. The formula will be ada saya dah WhatsApp kan. Dulu saya kena hafal ni tu. Bukan dulu saya kena hafal, sudah dulu memang kena hafal, tak pergi pun. Student culinary hospitality kena hafal ni. Tapi awak baguslah dia bagi semua ni. So no need to remember the formula. You just understand, right? So quick ratio is just to perbaiki to enhance the current ratio disadvantage, kelemahan quick ratio. So there will emerge the acid test or quick ratio. Is slightly same, but dia akan mengabaikan inventory, avoid or tidak masukkan inventory. Current asset dia tak masukkan inventory. So current asset kita ada berapa? Current asset tadi? Jason, current asset can be consist of cash and account receivable, and also one more is inventory. That inventory ni dia tak apa? Kita tak ambil kira. We are not considering anymore in quick ratio to calculate the current asset. Inventory is we will eliminate it. We will tendang jauh-jauh lah. Inventory is not considered in calculating the acid test or quick ratio. That's why we just eliminate, or you have to minus inventory. Because why? The inventory is difficult to convert to cash. Contohlah, kita jual apa? Kita jual pisang, kan? Pisang hanya boleh mampu 3 hari je, kan? So, tapi kita ada stok pisang yang tak terjual. So, kita bila pisang tu, kita nak jual, orang nak ke yang dah expired tu? Okay? Ataupun air kotak dah expired. So, inventory tu tak boleh tukar menjadi duit. Sebab itu kita kena tolak. Ataupun kita tak ambil kira. Maksudnya kita tak ambil kira inventory tu. Kita hanya ambil kira apa? Cash receivable. Tadi yang current asset. Kalau awak tengok tadi current asset, saya refer pada current asset. Ni. Total current asset kita ada apa? Cash, account receivable and inventory. Tapi dalam hal ini kita akan apa? Kita akan saya buat ni lah. Saya tak mengambil kira inventory ni. Kalau ada current asset, awak tolakkan inventory. Tetapi kalau awak kira satu-satu pun boleh. Cash plus account receivable minus current liability is still remain the same figure. You just consider the asset test ratio, cash, account, current asset, only cash and receivable. Or if they have another current asset, you have to eliminate. You have tak perlu campurkan dengan inventory. Okay. So you can calculate it by yourself what the amount of acid test ratio. You have to compare acid test ratio and also with the current ratio. Okay, what the figure of acid test ratio? So you can respond to WhatsApp group, or you can answer directly. Macam mana awak boleh jawab by your speaker, by your microphone. If you have already answered, then you can write down to you group, WhatsApp group, because I need Siti Nur Aisyah have already answered the question. The next I need 4 from you. 4, not 1. Because I want to compare your answers with others, whether you get the same amounts or might be Siti Nur Aisyah not get. Saya tak beritahu lah. I will not inform the correct answer. So if you have already calculate, then you have to type into the WhatsApp group message. Okay, we have another what we call 5 minutes. So Lim Jun Tek, Farid, very good. Farid Chew, Nur Jihan. Nur Jihan. Nur Jihan tak dengar suara tapi dia boleh jawab, very good. So you have already answered. Okay, all answered very good. Okay. Okay. Very clever. You, very easy this one, okay? If then the problem is from this chapter is explanations. You have to awak boleh pandai untuk analis, bukan sekadar awak tulis. Saya ada pelajar, ramai pelajar hanya pandai kira je, tapi when comes to explain, then fail. fair to explain. That's why very very difficult to explain. Okay, 60 cent. Before this, you
Sir,
calculate.
sir,
Ah,
nak tanya.
yeah.
Yang ni kan, kita kena ada berapa titik perpuluhan?
Oh, ada titik peluhan. Dua.
Dia kan
Dua.
dua cukup
Dua sebab dua. Bagus, nanti saya cek sekejap. Dua.
Okay.
Saya cek buku-buku lain. So, buku lain pun dua ya. Dua disebabkan apa tau? Sebab kan awak duit awak kan 30 sen, 35 sen kan. So dia dua titik peluhan ya. Tapi kalau satu pun boleh. Ada some of book boleh tak boleh letak yang banyak ya. Okey, dua titik peluhan. Macam kat cashier kan. Okey. Okey. Yang tadi awak dapat 1.33 tapi sekarang ni dah jadi apa? Dah jadi tinggal 16 sen je duit awak nak bayar hutang. Awak kena tahu you have duit kat tangan awak sebenarnya hanya apa? Hanya 16 sen. Hutang awak ialah apa? RM1. Teruk company ni because of this company is look at not enough money to cover the current, not enough current asset to cover the current liabilities. Alright. Okay. Home Depot has 60 cents in liquid asset for every RM1 in current debt. Home Depot is more liquid than Low, which has 12 cents. So when compared to Low, even though the name is Low, rendah, tapi Low is have 12 cents. For every RM1. So this compare home and Low, which one is good in terms of acid test or quick ratio? Can I get answer from you? Which one is good in terms of acid test ratio? The answer is home because of dia lebih banyak duit lah, 16 sen berbanding dengan Low 12 sen. Tapi kalau yang tadi tu current ratio, home lebih bagus, Low lebih bagus kan? Tapi sebenarnya Low tu banyak inventory sebenarnya. Sebab itu dia akan mencatatkan keputusan yang rendah 12 sen berbanding dengan Home Depot is 16 cents. Okay, equate ratio for every because kenapa? Kerana dia tidak mengambil kira inventory sukar kan, sukar nak dapat duit, nak jual susah. Contohnya awak jual tayar, lambat nak jual tayar, ataupun jual kereta tu lambat awak nak beli kereta So kalau aset dia banyak tapi tak laku pun susah. That's why kita kena eliminate, kita kena abaikan inventory. Okay, I hope you can understand because I can stand of nanti Lim Juntek boleh tulis sampai mana. Nanti next class I will continue to rest of the formula. So for you it's very easy in terms of calculation, right? Awak boleh jawab dengan very cepat tadi kan, tetapi some of the student very lack in explanation to explain the performance of the company when you read the ratio. When you get the ratio, you have to explain what is the meaning of 0.16 is 16 cents only cash or equivalent to cash to pay your current liability. Current liability memang kena bayar pun So that's why you have to very particular to assess the companies. Nampak ada duit tetapi hutang pun banyak, awak tak tahu kan. Itulah masalah orang kaya ni duit banyak, hutang pun banyak. Macam awak duit sikit, hutang tak ada. Sebab tu awak nampak happy ya. Budak-budak nampak happy. Tapi orang tua cepat mati. Kenapa? Hutang banyak, hati risau. Okey. Sebab itu awak jangan bukan tak boleh hutang, tapi you have to make sure that your current asset or quick ratio is greater than current liabilities. That's why the very good kedudukan ialah awak ada asset test ratio greater than 1.0. Okay. Any question from you before I will stop now? Yeah. Then we will finish all this chapter within next class. I promise you I will finish all this chapter next class. Because saya boleh ajar semua, tetapi nanti satu apa pun awak tak faham. Orang kata apa? Masuk angin, keluar asap. Okey. So saya suka nak tanya siapa kat sini ada. Satu je lah soalan. Apa yang awak faham tentang current ratio? Siapa nak jawab? Kalau tak, saya takkan tutup ya. Close the class. I will end the class. You have to answer in explain. You have to explain what this current ratio is all about. Apa yang awak faham lah setakat ini. Apa yang dimasukkan dengan current ratio? Siapa boleh jawab saya? Hello. Awak baca pun tak apa. Boleh tak tolong saya? This is Siapa yang nak ada peluang nak cakap ni? Cakap lah.
Ratio ke sir?
Current ratio.
Sama kan dengan ratio kan?
Current ratio saya terangkan. Apakah itu current ratio? Kan ada dalam slide awak tu. What?
Okay. Current ratio compare a firm current asset to its current liabilities.
Alright. Okay. What is the formula of current ratio actually?
Formula current ratio is current asset bagi dengan current liabilities.
Okay, very good. I love you all. You can answer. You have to remember, you have to understand the two ratio. What the ratio we studied today, current ratio and acid test or quick ratio. Okay.
Ratio.
So I will continue. You want to continue or you want to continue today or the next day?
Next day.
I know.
Bateri habis. Okay sir.
Okay, I know your answer. I just I predict your correct answer. Alright, very correct answer. Then we will continue to another ratio in the next class. Okay, right. Very good.
Okay, sir.
Alright.
Okay sir, terima kasih sir.
Sama.